plate's kind of full, so I'm over in Italy scouting locations a month ago when the news broke about the remake of the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I didn't know about this, and as you know, New Line Cinema got folded into Warner Brothers, Time Warner. And apparently Michael Bay is producing, so that may be a good sign. I actually love Transformers, and I think if Michael Bay is putting his name on it, that he probably has some great ideas. I just hope they reinterpret it. The original is a little primitive by today's standards, and it's a low-budget film, but I think it's wonderful, like the original King Kong is wonderful. I think, and the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is wonderful and is seminal in its own way. In casting, as well as you know, Tobe Hooper's invention of effects in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, as well as the great Ray Harryhausen's work and the kind of classic. It's all, for me, when I see King Kong, the original now, it's almost like turning the pages of a children's storybook that my grandmother left me. And there's something about the innocence and seeing Johnny Depp and that young with that baby face, and Wes working low budget and independent of the original Nightmare that I like. But I'm hoping that Michael Bay and company will put all of their great ideas. I'm hoping they'll cast maybe some unknowns in the part. Maybe reinterpret Freddy a bit. I mean, obviously he has to be burned, but maybe he doesn't wear quite the same outfit. Maybe he wears the overalls of a janitor, which he is, or something, and they're seared to his flesh or something. And maybe they can get even younger kids, you know, because there's, you know, we sort of straddle the line between what Freddy really is about and what he was really killing. You know, he was actually he's haunting the dreams of the offspring of the people that burned him alive. It's sort of the essence of the mythology, but maybe, you know, they bring in some more of the backstory, make it darker. And I'm hoping they have fun with it. I'm kind of curious to see, and I certainly am all for them introducing, and I know that CGI can be a dirty word in some circles, but I think that if any remake in recent years lends itself to the new technologies, it's certainly A Nightmare on Elm Street, because the dream sequence, the surrealism inherent in the dream landscape, in the nightmare, could be really fully exploited using the new technologies in CGI. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I was at Comic-Con promoting some new DVD releases, and I just got back from Italy, and one of the journalists there stood up in front of 2,000 people and said, Mr. Englund, so what do you think of Billy Bob Thornton as Freddy Krueger? And I thought that, because I've been in Italy, I thought I'd missed an ad in the trades, or a press release, or something on CNN or on E! Entertainment or something, and that Billy Bob was signed to do Fred. And I love Billy Bob Thornton. I think he's a terrific, versatile actor. I love, Sling Blade and Bad Santa, and I think he's an interesting actor. And, first in line for Angelina Jolie, he's the man. Right? So I thought it was an interesting idea, and I said, yeah, I love Bob. I said just what I said to you guys. I said, I love Billy Bob, and that's interesting, and if he wants to play it, I mean, he sure must have some ideas. Well, that turned out to be like I was set up by a journalist, so that was kind of a bogus report. Apparently, Billy Bob doesn't have anything to do with the project. So I want to straighten that rumor out. But anyway, that's all I know. That's all the dish I have on the remake. There's a writer's been hired, but there's no script as of now.